In a property market that can be pretty tough, how does a brand new luxury condo sell out, like completely during its pre-sale launch? That's exactly what we're digging into today. We're going to dissect the incredible success of Supalai Elite Sukhumvit 39. This wasn't just about meeting demand, it was about seeing the future. So let's break down exactly how they pulled it off.
All right, first things first, let's set the scene. The whole story here really kicks off with a problem. A really, really common problem that a lot of people face when they're trying to find a home right in the heart of Bangkok.
Have you ever tried looking for a family-sized condo right in a super prime spot like Sukhumvit? If you have, you know exactly how frustrating it can be. You're not just looking for a tiny city pad, you're looking for a real home, a place with some room to breathe.
And here's the thing. Here's why it's so tough. For years, the market has just been flooded with these small, one-bedroom units, perfect for singles or maybe a couple. But this created this huge gap in the market, a massive, unmet demand for bigger, family-style homes in those exact same amazing locations. People wanted the address, for sure, but they desperately needed the space.
And this is where Supalai steps into the picture. They didn't just notice this gap. Oh no, they went and built the perfect solution to fill it.
So, okay, at first glance, it's a 25-floor high-rise. Pretty standard, right? But when you look closer, the details really tell the story. Only 192 units. That means they were all about low density and privacy. And check out that parking number, 108%. And it's conventional parking, not those tricky mechanical lifts. That is a huge giveaway. In a city like Bangkok, where parking is gold, this tells you they knew exactly who they were building for. People who value convenience and definitely own a car.
Their whole concept, roughly translated, is a life you desire where you can choose everything. And that says it all, doesn't it? This wasn't just about slapping together some rooms. It was about creating an entire lifestyle, giving those savvy buyers the one thing they felt was missing from everything else out there. And wow, this chart right here basically shows you their entire game plan. A massive 71% of all the units are 3 bedrooms. Seriously, you add in the 2 beds and you're at 97% of the whole building being dedicated to big, spacious homes. They didn't just dip their toes in the water, they went all in. They completely flipped the script on what a downtown condo is supposed to be. This was their direct hit on that market gap we were talking about.
Okay, so they totally nailed the space issue. But what about that other crucial piece of the real estate puzzle? Location, location, location. And, of course, access. Let's see how they handled that part.
The location here is just so strategic. It's way more than just having a fancy Sukhumvit address. It's about having options. You've got direct access to Phetchaburi Road, you're connected to the BTS, the MRT, even the airport rail link, plus the expressway is right there. This isn't just about convenience. It's like having multiple escape routes to beat that infamous Bangkok traffic.
Think about it. Being only 500 meters from Phetchaburi Road, that is a game changer. It means you can completely bypass the Sukhumvit traffic jams whenever you want. That's a huge win. Now, the BTS Phrom Phong station is about 1.5 kilometers away. And yeah, that can feel like a bit of a trek in the Bangkok heat, for sure. But of course, Supalai thought about that too.
And they turned what could have been a negative into a huge positive. They've got a dedicated shuttle service. This little detail is everything. It solves that last-mile problem, turning what could have been an inconvenience into a totally seamless premium experience. It drops you right at the BTS and at the EM district for all that amazing shopping. Simple, but brilliant.
So, we've got space, we've got access. What's next? Lifestyle. And they took that idea to a whole new level. Literally. Let's go check out the rooftop. Okay, this is not your average rooftop pool and gym. No way. They designed this space to be a playground for every single generation. Sure, you've got the gorgeous infinity pool with a jacuzzi, the swanky lounge for adults, and a playroom and pool for the little ones. But then, you see a rock climbing wall and a skate park. It just shows they get what a modern family is all about, with all their different hobbies and interests.
A great place to live is never just about the 4 walls of your apartment. It's about the whole world around it. And the neighborhood here, well, that's a massive part of what makes this place so special.
The convenience is just baked right in. You can literally walk to get your groceries at places like Tops or the Fuji Super. You're just minutes away from world-class shopping at the EM district. The whole area is packed with top-tier international schools. And if you need them, some of the best hospitals in the country are just around the corner. It just checks every single box you could possibly have for an amazing life in the city. So, let's recap. We have a project with tons of space, amazing connectivity, incredible lifestyle perks, and a fantastic neighborhood. But at the end of the day, the real question is, what did the market think? How did actual buyers react to this whole formula?
And this quote from the head honcho at Supalai just says it all, really. This wasn't a lucky guess. They built this whole thing on a solid foundation of real research. They understood exactly who their customer was and what they were missing. You know, in a market where everyone is just shouting, Supalai won because they actually took the time to listen to what people were quietly wishing for.
And the result? Bam! Sold out. A complete, total sellout. Every last one of those 192 units was just gone, snapped up during the pre-sale launch. That's an incredible result that really says everything you need to know.
And if you want to put a number on that success, how about 2.1 billion baht in sales during the pre-sale? This wasn't just some small victory. This was a massive win that proved their entire strategy of finding a problem and solving it was absolutely spot on.
So, the whole story of Supalai Elite Sukhumvit 39 really leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? As our cities get more and more crowded, and the average condo seems to shrink every year, is real, usable space in a great location, is that becoming the new definition of luxury? Well, based on this project's insane success, the answer seems to be a huge, resounding yes.